We know that there are bigger challenges for girls, not because they're female, but because of the social environment in which they live. In Kenya, we know that teenage pregnancy is still very high. We know that we don't really have services for adolescent girls. We don't really have places where girls can just jump in and look for information on sexuality. Even where there are services, they are largely in the urban areas. So what it means is that the girl from the village, who perhaps is more vulnerable, has no information, also has no access to any services. So where do the adolescents go? Will I go and sit in the same place where my parents will come and sit? And if they find me there, what will I tell them I'm doing there? The parents have a big role to play, but how well are the parents prepared? When I spoke to the adolescent I spoke to when I did my doctoral work, many of them would tell me, we tell our parents what they want to hear. So they won't tell you everything. So there's a gap. I think we need to capacity build the parents. We need to work with the parents more if you're saying that they have a responsibility. We need to be able to openly talk about sexuality issues, which is not very easy, especially when it comes to girls, because girls are supposed to be moral. You know, it's like boys are a bit less let loose than the girls. So how do you really talk about these issues with your girl? I mean, I have done a lot of work in sexuality, and my daughter now is about 10 years. I'm not exactly sure when to begin to tell her about these things. I'm not exactly sure what I will tell her. I don't know. And you know, you have all these mixed realities of, I have been trained, like I studied in Germany. I know how they do it in Germany, but do I do the same when I go back home? There are contradictions, there are confusions, yeah? But nonetheless, the fact is, it is a reality that adolescent sexuality issues remain a concern. Adolescents will continue to grow. We'll never have a face without adolescents. So we better face that reality and deal with the issues as they come. Yeah.